and now Coach Kevin Faulk is joining us here this morning. First off, congratulations, man. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
In a life that is so glorified in the sport of football, you've accomplished so much in the sport. Where does being the LSU running backs coach rank?
Right now is at the highest point for me right now. It's what's happening in my life right now. It's a goal I knew when I graduated high school I was going to be a coach. I wanted to be a coach, and to have it happen here, it's like a dream come true.
And so what's this process been for you, like the last couple of years, Kevin? I'm trying to remember when you got done with the Patriots, did you do some media, I think, maybe up in New England, found your way back down here? What's it been like kind of preparing for this role the last couple of years?
It's been real well. The position I had as the director of player development really helped me out a whole lot with this role. As far as seeing the operation that goes around the building, how coaches maneuver, how coaches work, the routine that a coach has. It's really helped me out, and most importantly, getting to know the guys and the guys getting to know me. It's been awesome.
How was your experience as a player in the Patriots system? How do you carry that over to now implementing it to your coaching role?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Just some of those little things that Coach Belichick tried to emphasize to us as players. Now, as a coach, you try to emphasize it to them. Back then, as a player, you didn't see a lot of stuff that coaches seen. But now, as a coach, you see all the stuff that the coach is seeing, and you have a better understanding of who a coach was. And as a former player, you try to implement that in who you are, and define yourself as a coach. And that's all I'm trying to do right now.
So speaking of former player, Kevin, I mean, I'll never forget watching you when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. Only LSU jersey I ever owned. But when you look at this running back room now, I mean, you got cats who were born in like 2001, 2002. You ever turn on the tape so these young bucks can see the greatness that was Kevin Faulk back in college?
You see the greatness in a lot of these kids, especially the kids that you're recruiting. Matter of fact, I've been watching film for about an hour and a half now on high school kids, and you see the variety of different athletes you have, and I don't think that has changed. I think the mental aspect of a kid has changed more so than anything.
No, I mean, I'm talking about you need to show them your game film. Make him recognize who they're sharing the room with.
I will hope that just the respect factor of understanding how people, what I've done will have that effect on them. But I understand what you're saying. But a lot of kids have watched it already.
Just flash them the Super Bowl rings.
Plural. Kevin Faulk joining us here, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Alexandria. Tell me about the room. You got 3 guys. It seems like this might be the stiffest competition on the field, or one of them, going through spring. You got a couple of sophomores in Emery and Ty Davis-Price and Chris Curry, who came on late in the season. How do you evaluate your room going into spring drills?
We got a lot of work to do. We're young, and I'm not saying young as how many years that they've been there. I'm talking about young and just playing time. We got one junior and Chris Curry, who's pretty much only played like 2-3 games. So that's still young, and, still got to get to know a lot of stuff. We got John Emery and Ty Davis-Price, who played sparingly last year a little bit, not as much as we had wanted them to play, but hey, that happens in football. The type of year that Clyde had, you have to stick with what was going on.
Yeah.
But those guys have to learn a whole lot right now, and they have to mature real fast because we might not have the same team we had last year. We may have to depend on all 3 of those guys, all 4, guys that the freshmen we have coming in. We may have to depend on those guys as a running back core this year. You never know, and that's what I keep preaching to the guys each and every day.
So you're a Louisiana legend, played at Karen Crow High School All-American. You come here to LSU, the all-time leading rusher. Now you're back on staff at LSU. If I'm counting correctly, Kevin, you join now Steve Ensminger, Corey Raymond, Bill Johnson, Mickey Joseph on a staff that's all from Louisiana. You guys are all from Louisiana. What's the impact? What's the prideful point? I mean, Ogeron talked about it yesterday, how much pride he puts into that. How about being one of those members that's on staff?
It's an awesome feel, just to have so many former guys back on staff. It just goes to show you the culture, the family culture that is around here. Because no matter which part of Louisiana you're from, you've pretty much been raised the same way, to respect people, to understand what people needs are to help out. So those are the type of guys you're dealing with each and every day you walk in the building.
Kevin, there are going to be some new faces offensively. On top of yourself, Joe Brady leaving, Scott Linehan coming in. What's the initial meetings and kind of everything been with Coach Linehan?
Oh, it's been awesome. He's a question guy. He asks his questions. Like, it doesn't. You ever heard the old saying, "There's no dumb question"?
Yeah.
Right. The coach doesn't care. He's going to ask a question.
Like his style.
He wants to figure it out. He wants to be on top of it. And that's just the many, many years that he's been coaching. He wants to understand what's going on, whenever the bullets are flying.
You brought up recruiting, and Ogeron was here Tuesday morning. We asked him about your inexperience as a recruiter, how much of an impact it can have. And he said early on you had 100% return from your junior day invitees, and then on his first visit that you guys went on together, that you were the first one in the parking lot. So it seems like you've impressed him here early on. What has been the challenges for you recruiting, and what is the overall aspect in your opinion of the recruiting part of the job?
Well, the crazy thing is I actually like it. I actually like the recruiting part as far as getting to meet new guys, coaches, athletes, the opportunity to move a kid on. The tough part is me adapting myself. I wasn't a good phone person. I didn't communicate well. Me and my wife hardly talk on the phone. But it's one of those things that is getting better as the time goes on. I have kids that text me every morning, good morning and stuff. So that helps me out. They don't understand that helps me out a whole lot and keeps me going in the morning. And it's just the part about everything you do in life. You got to get into a routine with it. And I think he's giving me the time to get into that routine and understand, what I'm doing.
Got to be cool to win a state championship, now a national championship, and you won a Super Bowl in the Superdome.
That is crazy.
You got to be the only living player on earth to do that. How cool is that?
Oh wow, that is ridiculous. That is one of those thought processes after the game happened, and we were sitting out on the bus, and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, this just happened.
Yeah.
It's very cool to say that you won a state championship, a national championship, and a Super Bowl in your home state. Crazy. You're like the NFL team in your home state. That's amazing.
Yeah, tell me that pitch doesn't work walking into any
that
Louisiana
That should be good.
Right? I mean,
Kev, one more before we get you out of here. I got to ask you. You're an offensive guy. You're maybe one of the best running back. You're one of the best running backs the state has produced. What did you think of the 2019 version of LSU's offense? Having a front row seat and just seeing that every Saturday.
It was awesome. It kind of, and I kind of read Joe Burrow's comment. He don't want to be compared to Tom Brady, but I'm sorry, buddy. Your mental aspect of the game is what I was talking about. But it reminded me of the 2007 Patriots.
Wow.
How we just was on a tear, and that's why that last game of the year is like put the pedal to the metal.
So, sorry, continue.
Go ahead. I was like, do not be complacent and think that we got this game, we got to move forward. I've been in a situation where we had the best team, we had the best players, but we didn't finish that season off.
Yeah, I mean, the most legendary NFL team of all time, right on the cusp of it. So this is Sports Talk Radio, Kevin. You led me straight into it. What's your guy Tom going to do?
I wish I knew. It's so itching to call him. It's one of those situations. Hey man, I'm with you wherever, whatever. Sure hope something turns out to where you're back in New England, because I don't know how that's going to look.
I can't imagine seeing him in another jersey. That'd be wild.
It would be.
Right, but it is what it is. We all know that at some point we got to retire, or we got to go to another team if we want to continue on playing, and that happens. And Bill has a tendency of knowing when guys' time is up to play. So it won't surprise me if he's not there, but it's going to be heart feeling if he's, if that 12 is not out there.
Yeah, wow. No doubt.
Kevin Faulk, all eyes on 3. LSU new running backs coach, man. It is it's awesome to say that. You're in the right spot. Looking forward to seeing you on the field, work with your crew this spring starting on Saturday. Thank you for the time this morning.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Coach.
Coach.
Man. There he is. Kevin Faulk joining us for a couple of minutes here on OTB.